Welcome to the Vortex.
Joker, I really felt it. He fed the puns into my veins. It was like blood, they clogged my brains. I just can't help it, it's automatic. Cause I'm a pun addict. You might ask, what's the name of my crew? I'm gonna tell you, keep you in the loop. Not Tupac Shakur or Two Live Crew. My moniker is One Corny Jew.
Hello, welcome to the Vortex. I'm your host today, Van Eastwald, and I have with me today a wonderful guest, a friend named David Kamenir. David is a composer, a pianist, and a singer, and he's here to tell us many things. But first, you're a musical director for many of the local synagogues around here, which I find very interesting. To talk first about your CDs, you have like 5 CDs. And I was wondering if you could quickly tell me about them. Now, sometimes we leave these things to the end, and sometimes we don't have time for them, so I want to take care of that if you don't mind. Could you
Well, funny you should ask about my CDs. I just happen to have them right over here. And one of the first ones I did many years back was called Searching. It used to be a cassette, now it's a CD. And I did actually that photo too, it's from the Narrows from Zion. Piano, mostly piano, and all instrumental. That's called Searching. And around the same time I did a album called Rock Bivrit, which is an all Hebrew original compositions of mine. And on this it's mostly vocal, although there's one instrumental that's a klezmer tune. And if you don't know what klezmer is, you can talk to me about that some other time. Jewish folk music, a lot of fun original music. And then we moved to a CD I made about 8 years ago, and again mostly original music, but some covers as well, and that's called There Are No Delis in Ensenada. I've sung it around town and all over the world and country, and very entertaining, funny song. So that's, and the title of that album is also the title song, No Delis in Ensenada. Then, coming from a nice Jewish boy, of course, every nice Jewish guy has to make a Christmas album, right?
Yes.
So that's pretty unique.
Because Jesus was Jewish anyway.
Anyways, jazzy holidays, all solo piano. Songs you've heard. It's from the holiday of Thanksgiving through New Year's Eve, and that's called Jazzy Holidays.
Cool.
And to top it off, the final album, although there will be more in the future, soon, my album called Pun Addict. Because everyone that knows me, I'm just a pun addict. And again, that's the name of the album and the title tune, track 5. Great album. And that about covers my 5 albums.
All right. I have some questions. Now, I would hope that you could tell us a little bit about your work in the synagogues as musical director, and explain to me what it is.
Well, I work at ADDICT in the San Fernando Valley, in Valley Village, and I play both piano and organ, accompanying their weekly services. I don't accompany them weekly, W-E-A-K, but every week. And often Saturday mornings, but mostly Friday nights, and all the major holidays the Jewish high holidays, and I also conduct the choir for the Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah high holidays. Several other events through the year. I also work with the kids for various programs. And I do life cycle events in terms of my band, both at that temple and other temples. I'm also the music director at another temple, a Reconstructionist temple in the Pacific Palisades area. And that's called Kehilat Israel, on Saturdays mostly, morning and afternoon, for bar mitzvah services, and often for parties there too. And that about covers the two main temples that I work as a music director.
I have a question, and that is, I often wonder, you play religious music a lot. You spend a lot of your time doing that, and I'm wondering if you ever have transcendent experiences. Does that ever happen to you?
Absolutely. It's a very spiritual feeling when I'm playing at either temple, or either those two temples, or often it will be while I'm actually playing the music, when the choir will hit a specific, in quotes, high note. Sorry about the pun. But it just can happen where the cantor is singing really well, the choir is sounding really well, the piece is flowing and working, and it's a particular moment in the service where I definitely just feel the spirit and feel very good and feel very positive, and it feels like all the attention in the whole room is on the music, and we're lifting the people, including myself, to a spiritual level that is not, you don't get that when we're not doing the music. So I'm just feeling in the moment. But that's only one of the times. Other times at other temples or events, I might be playing a concert, playing some jazz, and I'm really digging the music we're playing, and I just get to a certain place or a certain point where everything's clicking. We're playing a great song. It might be an original song, it might be a jazz standard, whatever, it might be something Jewish, but the band is clicking and I'm clicking, and I feel the audience is with me, and I'm just having a great time, and that is definitely a spiritual moment, because I'm in the moment.
You mentioned that you had gone out of the country recently, and you went to Poland and Israel, and you mentioned that you had an experience there. Could you tell me about that?
Oh yes, it was probably one of the most spiritual moments of my life. That happened about a month ago in Poland, and it was in Auschwitz, and right next to Auschwitz is Birkenau. And it was very, very emotionally charged, where our whole tour with the Israeli army, 300 or 400 of us, walked the tracks, the train tracks in Birkenau, where Jews met their death in the Holocaust. And when we got to the end of the train tracks and we did an hour performance and an hour service, a memorial service, at that particular moment, the cantor was singing an original piece that he composed for that day, and a quartet of men singing behind him and me at the piano, and 300 people in the audience. So surrounding us was a forest, and we could see the train tracks, and in that area, all of a sudden the sky more or less welled up with what was going to be, we thought, a thunder shower. And it was very bizarre because the thunder shower didn't hit us. It was as if God was there in his most positive place, where he was sparing us from this afternoon program being destroyed by a thunder shower, and allowed our program to continue and to go through. And there was rain around us, but in our little pocket. And then when the cantor was singing his original piece, so beautiful and so moving, I actually couldn't sing. I felt like I wanted to sing along with him while I was playing. And when I began to